Yes. Huh. The music's been so important to this arc. I think it's an integral component of this. Okay, let's settle in. I'm feeling nice and cozy. A false rage. Ooh, look at this crater. Yeah, but you've had a moment of clarity, eh? Look at this. A false rage. Nice, nice. He's selling it. He might. Knuckle just might. Oh, he's putting on a show, all right. Yeah, but you see he's a little bit uneasy about this now. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my god. Moral just got moraled. Holy shit. Ooh. Handy, man. Really quite handy. Tinkerbell. Bro's here. Brovuda. Okay. Yeah, he's got no idea about the Hagia-sama and the old business. Yeah. Yeah, that's the right approach. Ooh, I love this. Look at this. The detail there. The thick lines. Yeah, it's meant to be a secret. Man, I really hope BZF gets his. Look at that, he's using gear. Good lad. Ooh. And it pays off immediately. Look at that. That's such a cool little concept. Yeah, BZF can't see it. Perfect. Man, it's such an unknown, isn't it? Yeah. Look at this. Someone he's never met yet. Look at those eyes. Melioron. But the issue is the enemy is suspicious now. Oh.
それにはメレオロンの存在と俺の裏切りがバレていないことが大前提。つまり俺に疑惑を抱き始めている目の前のブロブーダは何としても打破しなきゃいけない。
That really does seem to be the only choice. Imagine he just runs him over. Cheeky, cheeky. He gave him one last chance. Yeah, he clocked it. That's the mistake. Just like that, ruthless on the spot. Now, of course, you know, Ikalgo's not going to be dead, but Flutter might be. The cover of Flutter. Cheeky again. Now he's saying it on purpose. Because he knows Hagia doesn't like it. Or Leo, the late Leo. Come on, Ikalgo. As Ikalgo. Oh yeah, it's still an issue actually.